Hey everyone, welcome back. Rolls-Royce reveals the Spectre, a massive, maximally badass EV that's a super coupe. This is an all-electric Rolls-Royce. Fascinating. Now this is the spiritual successor to the Phantom Coupe. The conservatively styled 2024 Rolls-Royce Spectre EV breaks little new grounds, stylized, but as an EV, heralds a major sea change for the 116-year-old car company. Yep, that's right, ladies and gents. Rolls-Royce is actually over 116 years old. Its smooth dual-motor electric powertrain should complement traditional Rolls-Royce virtuous of quiet and calm, with a careful engineered, heavily assisted electric chassis that promises to deliver a magic carpet ride. The power should be sufficient in the Royce tradition, 577 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. Enough to get the coupe to 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, and the first car will reach customers in late 2023. This reminds me much of the Polestar 3, because the Polestar 3 is also a new EV to the market, and it's actually reaching customers late 2023. Now the electric car is perfectly noiseless and clean. There is no smell or vibration. They should become very useful when fixed charging stations can be arranged. So Rolls-Royce predicts a future that seems likely to come past starting now, as the companies bearing the two men's famous surname that had just fired the opening salvo in a mission to sell nothing but electrically propelled motor cars by 2030. That's crazy. All new Rolls-Royce vehicle to be fully electric by 2030. Now the virtuous of electric propulsion seems especially suited to those claims by the concern since its inception. Only never will these sterling attributes, instant torque and near silent operation, have been more fully realized than they've ever been right now. While the 102EX, the Rolls Phantom based electric concept car, made the press around 2012, the Spectre enters production late next year. It incorporates a decade's worth of new technology and investment, and it will show this. Very, very interesting, ladies and gents. Now obviously we talk a lot about electric vehicles on this channel, and if I'm being completely honest, when I first heard about this vehicle, I wasn't interested at all, because I thought it was just a normal new Rolls-Royce. I didn't understand the big deal, but once I read the titles properly, at least, I realized, hold on a minute, this is an electric vehicle. And then, ladies and gents, by that time I was really stunned. I was really amazed. I was ready for this vehicle. I was ready to check out this vehicle, and I'm here to tell you that this car is coming with roughly 260 miles of range. Is that enough for a car that costs roughly $500,000? Seriously, this is the real question. Is that enough? It has a huge price tag. That's to say the least. Now the Spectre marks the first step to a fully electrified Rolls-Royce lineup, which the company has said they want to achieve by 2030. Now that stands in contrast to the company's parent company BMW, which is yet to declare when it expects to transition to 100% EV sales. The Mini brand, on the other hand, another BMW owned brand, has also said it would be all electric by the end of the decade, but BMW, the parent company, hasn't really declared this yet. Now to be truthful, this doesn't really concern many people. We have nothing to worry about. Who cares when BMW decides to go fully electric? It's down to them. A lot of companies want to do this by 2030. A lot of governments are also demanding this as well. So we're in a very interesting time sphere. Rolls-Royce also didn't divulge the price of the Spectre, but did confirm that it would be slot in between the Cullinan SUV, which starts at 327 grand, and the Phantom at 458 grand. So yes, roughly this car will cost you, I don't know, maybe around $500,000. Given the rise in price of battery materials and the overall cost associated with building an entire new electric vehicle, it stands to reason that the Spectre will likely land somewhere closer to the Phantom than the Cullinan. And the Cullinan is a very handsome car. That's a Rolls-Royce SUV, and it's really popular with a lot of people, and I can honestly see why. That car is it's really up there. It's really something else. Now in terms of speed, we're looking at 0 to 60, 4.4 seconds. I think that's relatively good. For a car that's always been known for luxury, it's never really known for speed and stuff like that. I think that's pretty good. Now that places it somewhere between the Audi e-tron and the Polestar 2 in terms of power and acceleration. And obviously this is far behind the ultra quick EVs like Tesla Model S Plaid, Porsche Taycan, and the Lucid Air. So it's quite clear to me that Rolls-Royce is taking a different approach in my opinion. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Not at all. Not at all. But I'm really excited to see what will come of this electric vehicle. This is one of the more popular big manufacturers who are making an insanely expensive electric vehicle. So it will be quite interesting to see how the market approaches this car, how the market appeals to this car, how this car appeals to the market. That's going to be interesting to observe. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more. And of course, I'll see you in our next video.